Welcome to the channel. If you're trying to fix your credit or protect your financial reputation or just stop debt collectors in their tracks, then this is the video for you. Today we're diving deep into a powerful tool that most people don't even know they have. That's the debt validation and proof of claim letter. This is not just another dispute template. This letter is your legal right to say, hey, prove it or leave me alone. And I'm going to break it down for you very clearly with what this letter is and what it does, when to use it for maximum legal power, and the why it works, and how it protects your credit. Plus, I'll walk you through a real-world scenario where this letter might save you thousands of dollars, and I'll even share a ready-to-use letter that you can customize and send today. Now, before we get into it, I want you to subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell so that you know every time I upload great content like this weekly. Now, let's start with a scenario. Imagine you're checking your credit report and bam, you see a debt collection account pop up from a company you've never even heard of. It's for $2,400 and you have no idea what it's about, no letters, no calls, just a drop kick to your credit score out of nowhere. You don't recognize the debt, but now it's damaging your score and your chances of getting approved for anything. Or maybe a collector calls you, sends a vague letter with no real details and demands payment fast, threatening to take legal action if you don't comply. What do? Well, you don't panic. You send them a debt validation and proof of claim letter. This is totally different. This isn't just a stall tactic. It's the law. The Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA, gives you the right to demand proof that the debt is yours. The collector has a legal right to collect it. The amount is accurate and legally collectible. So what exactly is this letter? It's a formal request for the debt collector to prove everything about the debt they claim you owe. It forces them to show you the name of the original creditor, the exact amount owed, including how they calculated fees or interest, a copy of the signed contract, yes, your actual signature or digital signature, proof that they're legally authorized to collect this debt. If they can't prove it, they must stop contacting you, and in many cases, they must remove the account from your credit report. This is a legal move, not a gimmick. The letter is grounded in 15 USC 1692G of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. It's essentially effective when used early, within 30 days of the first contact or noticing the collection on your credit report. That's why timing is so important. So let's talk about when you should use this letter. Use this letter when you've received a collection notice in the mail or by phone. A new collection account shows up on your credit report. A debt collector contacts you but won't give you specific information. Now, don't send it after you've already paid or agreed to pay, because that may be considered acknowledgement. You don't do that. You don't send this to your original creditor. This letter is for third-party debt collectors only. If you're trying to dispute a fully verified debt you've already addressed, use another dispute strategy. This doesn't work. Remember, under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, once you request validation, the collector must stop collection efforts until they provide proof. So if they keep calling, threatening, or reporting while you wait, that's a violation, and you may have legal grounds to sue. Now, let's dig into why. Why does this letter matter so much? Well, I want you to get it, because debt collection is a business, and often debt collectors are working with little to no documentation. I know it doesn't feel like it when they call spouting off certain things, but trust me, from my 37 years of experience, a lot of times they have no documentation. They buy debts for pennies on the dollar from banks or lenders who've written them off. Then they try to collect the full amount, even if they can't prove you owe it. If you don't challenge it, they win. But if you demand validation early, most of them either can't produce the paperwork, don't want to bother, end up dropping the account entirely, and here's the truth. Many collection agencies are banking on the fact that most people don't know their rights. This is important. The debt collection and proof of claim letter flips the script. It makes them do the work. It puts the burden of proof on them, not you, and it helps you protect your credit score, your legal standing, and most of all, your peace of mind. All right, now that you know the what, the when, and the why, let's walk through a powerful sample letter you can use. I want you to see this because it's important. So here we have a sample letter that you can use that's going to give you line by line instructions. You can either go through this and see how to fit it into your particular case, but more than anything, this is where you're going to get what you need from them, and you're going to set yourself up in a position to win what you're dealing with. So let's go through some things on this letter to see exactly what it is doing. So we start off, it is a debt validation and proof of claim letter, GLBA based. Now, this is something very, very critical that you must understand. For the use with a collection agency that does not own the debt but is trying to collect it or report it. So at the top, we are listing your name. And I'm going to make this even a little bit larger so that you can see it. We are listing your name, address, city, state, and zip, the date. We're listing the debt collector's name and address. The reason is alleged debt. We're putting it method of delivery, certified mail. Notice of dispute, demand for debt validation and proof of claim pursuant to Fair Debt Collection Practices Act 15 USC 1692G and GLBA 15 USC 6802. Here is our letter. To whom it may concern. This letter is a formal notification that I dispute the validity of the alleged debt referenced above and demand full validation pursuant to the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act 15 USC 1692 GB. You are further prohibited from continuing collection activity or reporting this account to any credit reporting agency until full validation is provided. You are hereby required to provide 1. A complete accounting of the alleged debt, including the name of the original creditor, date of alleged default, full itemization of all charges, interest, and fees. 2. A copy of the original contract or agreement bearing my signature that created the obligation. 3. Proof of ownership, specifically documentation that you purchased this debt or have been legally assigned the right to collect it. 4. The name and address of the current owner of the debt. 5. Proof of your legal right to collect in my state, including your debt collection license if applicable. Now here's the next part that's critical. GLBA notice 15 USC 6802 compliance demand. Under the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act, GLBA 15 USC 6802, financial institutions and their affiliates are strictly limited in how they disclose or use non-public personal information without proper authority or consent. I am asserting that you are not the original creditor nor a verified legal assignee. You have not provided evidence of permissible purpose to assess, use, or share my financial information under 15 USC 6802E. You are hereby barred from disclosing, reporting, or processing any of my non-public, personal, or credit-related information until all lawful requirements are met and verified. Any unauthorized sharing of my data, especially with credit reporting agencies, constitutes a violation of federal privacy protections and may subject your company to legal action, including complaints to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, or the FTC, and my state's Attorney General. Next, cease and desist. Until proper validation is provided, you are to cease all collection efforts, calls, letters, emails, etc. Cease all reporting or re-reporting of this account to any credit bureaus. Remove any previously reported data if you cannot validate the debt in full compliance with the FDCPA and GLBA. Failure to comply may result in legal action. You're going to print your name. You're not you're not signing anything. You're going to print your name because this is very, very important. Now, this is clear communication that you are sharing with them, and you are giving them 30 days to get this done. Now, this is very important that you understand this, because companies, especially these third-party debt collectors, they come in sharing your information, threatening you, posting things to the credit bureau simply because they've got an agreement with the credit bureau, but they don't have anything with you where you authorize them to share your information with a third party, and so therefore they must come in agreement with that. Many of them cannot pass this GLBA test, and it disqualifies them. So before you go, here are a few tips when sending this letter that you've got to know though. Always send it by certified mail with return receipt. You need proof they received it. Keep a full copy of the letter and your tracking information. Use calm, professional language. This isn't a battle, it's business. Watch your credit report after sending. Many collectors remove accounts after getting this letter. And most importantly, and I mean most importantly, don't ignore debt collection letters. Silence can look like acceptance, so speak up legally and strategically with a letter like this one. Now, if this video has helped you, I want you to drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you're doing to protect your credit the smart way. And if you'd like to get a copy of this letter, you can look in our description and you'll be able to get exactly what you need there as it relates to this letter. And do me a favor, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, because I'm going to continue talking as we move forward in dealing with debt collectors, credit, business, to help you level up so that you are able to be the best you can be, have the best score you can have, and move with the best authority and knowledge that you can. Be blessed. Have a great day. I look forward to talking to you again real soon.